Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus yet? We sure are. However, it is a major news headline this week for employers worldwide. I'm Katie Spadoro, and I'm the founder of CYB Human Resources and Cyber. It's Friday, March 6th, 2020, and I'm here with your small business weekly HR update. The new coronavirus, now known as COVID-19, has the potential to have a significant impact on workplaces in the coming weeks. Serious respiratory viruses like the coronavirus are typically spread through droplet transmission, such as coughing, sneezing, touching contaminated objects, and then touching your face after touching those objects. Here are some ways that you can prevent the spread of communicable diseases in your workplace. First, wash your hands, not only when this is going on, but always. According to the CDC, washing your hands is one of the most important steps to prevent the spread of germs. Employers should think of creative ways to keep hand washing on your employees' minds. The CDC even has posters that employers can print out and post in their bathrooms and break rooms and common areas. We recommend posting these as well as investing in some hand sanitizer to place on desks and workstations if you can find some. Even though hand sanitizer is not as effective as hand washing, it can be better than nothing if hand washing is not currently an option. This is especially useful for employees who are not in an office. Second, practice sneezing and coughing etiquette. According to OSHA, the coronavirus may be spreading when people sneeze or cough, so be sure to remind your employees of the best sneezing and coughing etiquette. The CDC recommends that people avoid coughing or sneezing into their hands, covering their mouth and nose with a tissue when they cough or sneeze, and throwing the used tissue in the wastebasket right away. Make sure your workplace has touch-free trash bins and plenty of them. Lastly, clean your workstation. Encourage employees and cleaning staff to regularly clean all frequently touched surfaces in the workplace, such as keyboards, remote controls, desks, countertops, and doorknobs. Make sure your workplace is stocked with disinfectant cleaners and wipes. I know we talked about the Equal Pay Act last week as well, but it is in the news again, this time by way of court decision. On February 27, 2020, the Ninth Circuit issued a decision in Rizo V Yovino. The Ninth Circuit affirmed their original opinion and concluded that 1, only job-related factors may excuse wage disparities between comparable employees in a federal EPA claim, and 2, prior salary alone or in consideration with other factors is not job-related and therefore cannot serve as affirmative defense in an EPA claim. In 2014, a female math consultant sued the Fresno County Office of Education, claiming violations of both the EPA, the Equal Pay Act, and sex discrimination under Title VII. She argued that the county's pay schedule was unlawful. Fresno County used a pay schedule with various salary levels. To calculate the level of a salary of a new employee, the employee's prior compensation was taken and they added 5%. After learning that all of her male colleagues were on higher steps than she was, she filed suit. What are the takeaways from this case for your small business? As an employer, be sure not to use prior salary history when setting compensation. Instead, look at true job-related factors such as experience, qualifications, performance, education, or training. In other breaking news, this Sunday, March the 8th, is International Women's Day. This year's theme is I Am Generation Equality, Realizing Women's Rights. One of the main goals of the event is to help create an equal and more inclusive workplace. We love that. At Cyber, we are proud to be a woman-owned business, and we know that supporting women in the workplace is in everyone's best interests. That is a goal that you can work on year-round in your organization by celebrating and empowering your female employees and by removing barriers that female employees face. There are many ways that you can celebrate and empower your female employees. Some ideas are to recognize female leaders in the workplace with internal spotlight messages, talk about female trailblazers in your company or your industry, invite speakers to regular meetings to discuss women's progress in the workplace, or having a member of management write a message committing to the advancement of women in your workplace. Some of the barriers that you can work to eliminate are pay equity concerns, biases, stereotypes, fears about sexual harassment, and parental leave concerns. Additionally, you should ensure that all of your employees have meaningful professional growth opportunities within your organization. Next up, recognition. How do you recognize your employees when they are excelling? Do you have a recognition in place, program in place at your small business? If not, you need one. Recognizing and retaining employees is one of the most crucial things you can do to maintain a productive workforce in any industry. A recent poll by SHRM, the Society of Human Resources Management, asked managers how their efforts to recognize and reward workers were received. Some of the ways that managers rewarded and recognized employees were through giving them a gift card, public recognition, gifting the employee an item with a company logo, cash bonuses, plaques, a handwritten note, a one-on-one lunch, vending machine coupons, and extra PTO. The results showed that the employees most appreciated cash bonuses, extra PTO, and public recognition. The survey also showed that the types of recognition that employees valued the least were items with the company's logo, so you can save those for your trade shows, plaques, or certificates of appreciation. Employees also did not appreciate insincerity, sharing gifts such as a monthly birthday cake, and public recognition, depending on their personality, so you know your team. However, when you choose to reward and recognize your employees, just make sure that you are being sincere and be sure that you're doing something for them. It's much more cost-effective to retain a current employee than to hire and train a new employee, so value your most important assets, which obviously are your employees. Lastly, remember that daylight savings time begins this Sunday, March the 8th, so spring forward, finally. That's all for this week. Check out cyber.co for additional information regarding how these topics that were reviewed may affect your small business and how we can help you manage them. You can also subscribe and like us on YouTube. That way you will always be the first to know when there is breaking HR news that will affect your business. Have a great weekend.